You say you're fine, but fine don't feel like this. You coming heavy from a long day, shoulders tight, words halfway. I ask you how you feeling, you just say okay. But okay got a tone that I recognize. It's a quiet kind of storm behind your eyes. You ain't yelling but your silence loud. And now I'm walking careful in my own house. When you don't rest, you get distant. When you don't speak, I feel resistance. I'm not your enemy, but I feel the shit. I feel the shit. When you don't heal, spill over, land right here on my shoulders. Your stress talking through your tongue. Now I'm holding what ain't my own. Love ain't heavy, but this fatigue me. You don't pour into you, it's pouring on me. You skip your meals, you skip your sleep, then skip the part where you check on me. You say you're tired, but so am I, of catching moves you won't identify. I don't need perfect, just present and clear. Don't bleed on me if I ain't cut you here. Take a breath before you speak. Go lay down before you reach. Regulate, then relate. Don't make me carry your weight. You don't heal, it spill over, and I feel it in the closure. If we gon' build, it starts with self. Love is shared, but so is shelter.
Georgia, Georgia.
Yo, just pull up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D Kellz on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Just enjoy. Friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. Goddessdee, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Kellz hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talk it, we walk it. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down.
Situationships with benefits and blurred lines. Late night convos that redefine mine. Friend turns to foe, bait turn to ghost. But we speak on it all, toast to the growth. Auntie vibes with a twist, drop gems in the mist. Got a palace full of wisdom, come get you a fix. Mic check, soul check, what's your connection? We the pulse of the people, every vibe gets a section. This ain't no gossip, this is gospel with glitter. A sanctuary for the stories they told you to bury. Let your voice rise, let your pain breathe, let your ship dock here.
Before we ever hold a hand, before we ever say, I love you, before we gather at tables with families or laugh until our stomachs ache with friends, there's a pulse, a rhythm, a breath. Help.
It is the unseen current beneath every ship we sail. Friendships, relationships, kinships, and partnerships. If the body trembles, the ship shakes. If the mind is weary, the sails fail. And if the heart is heavy, the anchor drags. Health is not just personal, it's relational. And tonight, we're talking about how the state of our bodies and minds echo into every connection you claim. Welcome to the ships.
Welcome back to the ships, everybody. I'm your girl, Goddessdee Queen, and you know I got my favorite host in the building, the lovely Queen Kellz. And today we're diving into the literal foundation of every ship we sail, whether it's friendship, a family bond, or that romantic spark. Oh, shoot. We're talking about health. Health is not isolated. It doesn't stay confined within one person. It actually spills over. When someone is physically exhausted, emotionally overwhelmed, or mentally unwell, it changes how they communicate and how they respond and how they show up.
That's right, Dee. People think health is just about hitting the gym or eating greens, but it's the heartbeat of our connection. When your physical or your mental well-being is off balance, it sends ripples through your entire circle. If you aren't pouring from a full cup, basically, you are giving loved ones the leftover. And that changes the dynamic of every relationship you have. That relationships are ecosystems. If one part of the ecosystem is unstable, then the entirety of the system has to adjust just to compensate.
Oh, that sounds like the body in a way, huh? That's why people often must understand about health. It doesn't announce itself loudly at first. We both know that. It whispers. It shows up in subtle exhaustion, in short temper, in unforgotten text messages, in not wanting to go out, and snapping at your partner over something small, and withdrawing from family dinners. And slowly, without anyone realize it, the dynamic begins to shift. This is true. This is true.
It does. And physical and mental health do not exist in isolation. They are relational currency. When someone is physically drained, they may not have enough stamina to nurture a friendship the way they once did. A friend who used to be spontaneous and lively may become reserved and distant because of chronic pain or fatigue is taking its toll. Other friends may interpret that shift as disinterest, and that's where misunderstanding is born. Not from lack of love, but lack of awareness. When someone is physically drained, they may not have enough stamina to nurture the friendship, right? A friend who used to be spontaneous or lively, when they become reserved, the chronic fatigue is taking a toll on it. So friends with poor health can mean canceling plans, emotional distance, irritability, or isolation. Not because love isn't there, but because the energy isn't.
You know, I gotta pause on this one because this was one of the ones that I felt I had the most effect on. Well, as far as my
Yeah.
that I feel like that described me to the T. Spontaneous, was the go getter. I got it. Let's go. And then it all just was like boom.
Yeah.
And in the process, I did lose friends.
Yeah.
People that I thought were best friends and really cared about me. I really got to see who it was because that spontaneous gotta go went to being in the basement, sitting there,
Yeah.
just watching TV.
And
I'm
I'm
in
like,
pain.
when we going out? Why y'all want to go out? I did not know.
Yeah. And when I finally was like, I can't move like that, I can't, do that. Like, and it takes a toll on your mental state too, what we'll
Yeah.
get into later. But I think if you don't have the right connection, or even if you're, this is when it shows if you're really a true friend. That mask is gonna fall off and be like, because you're gonna take that as uh, they don't love and care about me anymore instead of looking at what the person is going through.
Right.
And when you have an invisible illness, before mine became where you could see it, nobody you can't explain the invisible illness because that fatigue, like I know with you and like Leah used to come over and y'all would know if I just fell asleep, like because I could be in the middle of a conversation and be like, and she'd be like, I just left you. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I just couldn't help it.
Yeah.
So people need to just really, this subject came about because of DJ King Miller. Shout out to him because he came out and talked about his type 2 diabetes and our journey as well. And we feel like this is the time. Because y'all know y'all was all on the resolutions. How many of y'all still doing that?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. She calling me out.
But this is something that we just really felt, but it did prompt from King Miller actually talking about it and then experiencing things within ourselves and our family going through stuff as well.
Absolutely. And then just how it affects every relationship. It affects people differently. Like I think that we don't really understand like when and how to navigate someone's chronic illness. And then also when it does affect a relationship, what are the things that you could do to help mitigate those risks of losing a relationship, especially when you may not be capable in the moment to do the things that what we quote unquote consider normal do, right?
Right.
So yeah, I can honestly say.
So let's go ahead and talk about when a family member struggles with chronic stress, depression, or illness, other members may step into caretaker roles, which can create imbalance or even resentment over time. We don't have that problem. In families, health becomes even more layered. When one family is struggling mentally, whether it's anxiety, depression, burnout, or unresolved trauma, the entire emotional climate of the home shifts. Conversations become cautious. Tension fills the air. Roles quietly arrange themselves. A sibling may set up emotionally. A parent may feel guilt. A child may internalize the responsibility. And health struggles don't just affect the person carrying them, they ripple through the entire bloodline dynamic.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
on that one right there, because I know that with me, I had an open wound where my children had to pack it. And I don't know if y'all know anything about packing wounds, but it's actually an open wound in which you would take what they consider strip tape. It's not actually tape, but it's long and thin like a tape. And you take it and you literally stuff it into the wound until you could feel like there's no more that you could stuff in there. And what happens is this allows the wound to close from the inside out. So it starts from the inside, and it will actually, it's amazing how the body does.
Right.
The body literally starts to close and push that packing up, and eventually it'll close. So my children were the ones that had to do that, because here's the funny thing: I get about when I see certain things.
Yes.
And even though I did pack my room myself, y'all, I didn't make them do it, but there was days where they had to do it. And so I felt kind of bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want my kids, they have to take care of me. But also on the flip side, I was grateful to, number one, that I could teach them what it looks like to take care of a family member, what it looks like when you are aware of what someone is going through. But it did dawn on me, like, goodness, well, is this
Well,
too
you
much?
guys are excellent. Not that I need that type of help, but when, first of all, I'm height challenged. So having the disability that I have makes things difficult. I'm always saying, somebody tall in the house, come here. But it is like, even them knowing how to take care of you helps them know how to handle me.
Right.
And it's not like I said, it's not like I need, well, I ain't gonna say that. I need 24 hours. Anyway.
Yes, and we do. We care for one another, but I can see that in certain dynamics, how it's a lot. I have a situation within the family as well, where I have family members that are taking care of other family members. And true enough, you could be there, but I cannot not speak about the toll that it comes with. Like, you could tell that it's wearing on them. You could tell that, and even though I don't think if the roles changed, or if anything changed, that they wouldn't do it all over again, but you have to be ready and mentally prepared for that type of caretaking, especially when it's a 24-hour type of care, or you have to do some type of care. You really have to be mentally set up for that. And so now going into romantic relationships, well, I got this one. Feel health shifts immensely, right? Physical health may affect intimacy, shared activities, mental impact, communication, trust, and emotional safety. So when one partner is not well, the other may feel helpless or overwhelmed or unsure how to help. That's romance is often where health is most exposed. When someone is battling stress, insecurities, or physical illnesses, their partners feel it in the tone of the conversation, in the levels of affection, and the frequency of connection. Intimacy may decline, patience may be thin, and the couple may not be built as strong as the foundation and the communication, the compassion, assumption. This is where it begins to grow. So, health encompasses both physical and mental well-being, truly acts as the foundation for longevity, quality, and stability. So when health weakens, the structure of the relationship is tested. So I would like to kind of pause here. Okay. For a moment of
Just
clarity.
Yeah.
How many of you would go into dating someone?
See, Kellz, I know you want to do that, because I want to do that too. But we're going to spend a lot of time on that.
Okay.
So we should do that on the Q&A.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I got to talk about that.
Okay.
So we're going to, because I want to do that too.
No, I'm going to step back.
But you can keep that question out there for them.
I will.
Because that's going to trigger me in a good way.
Yeah, no.
Because I have had a live about that already.
I'd like to hear your perspective too, as well as just offer. So I will keep that one we got a long conversation.
And we want to get through all this information, because keep that question for the Q&A. Okay. I know, because I was about to do the same thing, and I was like, we'll be on this forever. So listen, before we go deeper into the waters, check in with yourself. Have you had your water today? Your water intake? Have you rested, or did you just take a nap? Have you had a real conversation with someone about how you actually feel? This right here is your reminder
And if you're loving this conversation, please make sure you're subscribed to the ships.
That's
Share it with someone who needs this message. And guess what? We'll be right back after these messages.
Where the love at? I see black hatred. Come on, bruh. Why come y'all still be on that fake shit? Come on, bruh. How you black hating on blacks? That shit racist. Come on, bruh. If they don't give it back to us, then should we just take it? Come on, brother. Where the love at? I see black hatred. I see it. Brother. Why come y'all still be on that fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black hating on blacks? That shit racist. That's crazy. Brother. If they don't give it back to us, then should we just take it? Come on, brother. Brother. Come on, brother. Go. Yeah, each one and teach one. Come on, brother. Go. Brother, you tired of seeing people suffer, my brother. Go, brother. Hey, come still in that emergency state. Go read it the date. If we don't get the act right, it just might be too late. No longer the wait. It's about time we elevate. I know you love to talk down and debate, but how we gon' find a way to keep the kids from getting hit by bullets dead straight on the switch of a gun that didn't fuck up the aim? Don't trip, I'm still pulling up on Saturday at 2 or even 2:30. Big mouthpiece back to clear up your vision, cause I know it's been getting blurry. They say that boy funny and he's strictly good vibes only. COC money land and this G is still a homies. Don't forget every other mental health money to come pull up on me. At about 2:45, we can go live like it's us only. Surely but surely, old boy said he my dog, but this I heard he been hating on me. Hey, hold up, homie, come on, brother. Where the love at? I see black hatred. Come on, my sister, don't you know you are destined for greatness? Come on, sister, I put big brother mouthpiece in your playlist. Come on, sister, with your twin husband, see that's tasteless. Come on, sister, where the love at? I see black hatred.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the ships, where we don't just talk about relationships. We examine what keeps them afloat. Y'all see how I did that? Yes. We examine how we keep them afloat. And tonight we are still anchored in health.
All right. So how health affects relationships and the 5 C's of health.
The 5
in
C's.
A relationship.
Okay, let's talk about the 5 C's. Yes.
Let's talk about the 5 C's in health, in a health relationship. Okay. The first C is communication. Yes. When someone is physically or mentally unwell, communication can suffer, which is about being honest about how you feel physically and how you feel mentally. So as your partner or your friends aren't guessing, stress can make the tone sharp. Anxiety creates withdrawal. Clear and compassionate communication becomes even more critical in these times. When health is fragile, in friendships, this prevents miscommunication. In family, it reduces the tension. And especially in romantic relationships, it preserves the emotional intimacy. The second C that we have out there,
what's that one?
Is going to be compassion.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So health challenges require empathy. You know what empathy is? I guess we all do. We have to be gentle with ourselves, and when our health fluctuates as well. Friends must understand when someone cancels plans due to burnout. Partners must recognize invisible illnesses. Romantic partners must offer grace when mood shifts are tied to mental struggles.
Yeah. Want those family members to recognize that too. So when we're talking about the 5 C's. The third C is consistency in your self-care routine. Good health allows people to show up regularly and reliably. When health declines, consistency can waver. And that's when relationships are really tested. Can the bond withstand inconsistency without falling apart? The fourth C is commitment. Yeah, that's the question we're going to talk. We're going to go back to that one, okay? It's commitment to a lifestyle that honors the body and mind. Illness and health both require dedication. Communication in friendship means checking in. In a family, it means supporting without judgment. In a family, it means supporting without judgment. In a family, it means supporting without judgment. Let me stop. And in romance, it means staying present, even when things aren't easy.
In family, supporting without judgment. So, the fifth C. So we're just going to go ahead and go to the fifth C. The fifth C is care. And care is ensuring your health choices bring you closer rather than isolate you. Not just caregiving, but mutual care, right? Healthy relationships encourage doctor visits, therapy sessions, gym time, time to rest. I'm not gonna get you a little bit, and healthy boundaries. I love those, but we cannot forget about other important C's.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Variations that pop up. We are talking about ones like compromise. Ooh. When one friend wants to hike and the other needs a mental health rest day.
Yes.
And then let's get to the seventh C, which is chemistry, right? Which can actually dip if we aren't taking care of our hormonal or our physical health. In relationships, these C's showing up when you say you will. In family, it means breaking the toxic health cycle, like take your butt to the doctor, okay? Get your tests ran, figure out if something's going on. And in romantic relationships, it's about building a future where both of you are around to see it.
Yes. This is deep, right? Don't you believe? I think this is deep.
Yeah.
When we talk about the core concepts of health, and if you watch Daily Dose of D, you would have seen I did the word of the day was health, and you would really have an understanding of what's going on. So if you didn't, go ahead and run that back. Okay. So we're looking at physical, mental, and even the spiritual health. If my mental health is dragging, I might go MIA on my best friend for a week.
No, she ain't, because I'm going to go stand in how you doing.
She can't. No, she can't. That's a health issue affecting a friendship. If a father's physical health declines, the family dynamic shifts into caregiving mode, which changes the roles everyone plays.
Absolutely. It's all interconnected, right?
Yeah.
The impacts of illnesses, and when we get back to ourselves, we're getting into the heaviness of all, right? So, is this where we're going?
Yeah.
All right.
To illness, the impact. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to go right to that.
The question is how does illness, whether it's a chronic physical condition or a long-term mental health struggle, illness tests the structural integrity of your ships. Illness can either fracture the bonds or it can actually strengthen them.
There's another question. How does illness affect relationships? Remember these, okay? You know, it really does. In friendship, illness can sometimes weed out the fair weather friends, like I just was saying. With friends, illness can reveal who truly is present for you. Some friends lean right in and start doing what they do. Others pull away because they don't know how to handle discomfort. It's a reality check on who is willing to sit in the dark with you.
Just say that. If you don't want help, just say that. Because like, we ain't got time for fair weather friends or families or partners, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our families' illnesses often bring a lot of stress and caregiver burnout. The person who is sick may feel guilty, and the person's helping will feel exhausted. Within family, illnesses often reshapes the roles that we play. A child may become a caretaker. A sibling may take on financial responsibility, and these shifts can either build deeper connections or it can cause emotional strain.
There's so much we want to say, but we're going to just get through this, okay? Because it's going to be a good Q&A. This is going to be a good Q&A because this is really something that's present in our lives. So let me talk in romantic relationships. An illness can shift from the balance of power and intimacy. Let's just be real. You go from being partners to being a patient and a provider. And you have to work twice as hard to keep that romantic spark alive through the pain. In romantic relationships, illness often tests vows and promises. Physical illness may change intimacy. Mental illness may alter emotional closeness. Depression, that can create silence. And chronic pain can create frustration. Anxiety can create tension. But when both partners approach illness as us versus the problem, I love that. Rather than me versus you, the relationship goes stronger. Come on, somebody.
Bombs on that area.
I have them ready.
It's okay. It's okay. But it's a journey for sure. But navigating that together can also create a bond that's unbreakable. It's about finding a new normal. Make sure the illness isn't the only thing the relationship is about. So we're going to take a quick break. So if this conversation feels personal, that's because it is. Health choices touch every single last one of us.
Right. So take a moment, text somebody you love, and ask them how they really doing. If they come on over and watch the ships. We're going to be right back right after these messages.
She don't rush when she stepping. She don't rush when she stepping. She let the room lean in. Roots deep, yeah, she grounded. Still fly when she move with them. Plants on the altar, smoke in the air. She been healing while she right here. She don't chase what's ready. She aligned and it appeared. No, why? Mind right, body, loose, spirit.
Welcome back to the ships. We're navigating health, honesty, and those hard conversations. So, how do we stay on the right track when it comes to having healthy living in a relationship? I want to break down we gonna break down the 5 most important aspects of healthy living in a relationship. And these things that we are offering are essential for a healthier life together. We have nutrition. Nutritional alignment. This is exercise, sleep, nutrition, regular checkups that affect your mood, energy, and longevity. A friend who feels good physically shows up differently.
And they do.
A parent with energy engages differently. And a romantic partner who prioritizes health increases shared life acceptances and shared experience. I ain't messing with her right now. We're going to go right to the second one. Active engagement. Meaning moving your bodies together, whether it's a walk with a friend or a gym date with your man or woman. Physical wellness, exercise, sleep, nutrition, and regular checkups affect mood, energy, and longevity. I feel like I'm repeating myself. A friend who feels good physically shows up differently. Yes. And a romantic partner who prioritizes health has the same shared experience. So active engagement is part of that. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, active.
The gym.
Not even the gym. No. We got a home gym. She didn't make y'all. She didn't make her own home gym with the way if you her and my daughter. We got the living room hemmed up. One got the pull-up bar. She ain't made to that yet, but she might be on there.
We got weights and everything.
The whole home gym.
Yeah.
So the gym, you don't have to just go to the gym, but at least show up for yourself. I can only jail, and I'm just being so honest. I have empathy for those that aren't able to, right? Well, what about when you're able to do something? Shouldn't you do something? Well, let's get back into the third essential boundary because she said leave that for the Q&A. Healthy living. Okay. This includes knowing when to rest. Wink, 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 wink. Those that I'm winking to know who I'm talking to, all right? When to say no. Wink, wink, wink again. Okay. And when to step back. In friendships, this prevents burnout. And in family, it prevents resentment. And now what this looks like in a romantic relationship, it prevents codependency. Now, D.
What?
If you're sleep deprived and cranky, and that's when the unnecessary arguments start with family or friends, right?
Yes, because I'm sleep deprived.
Man. And it can make you feel like you're going insane.
Yes.
Well, the fourth essential is a shared lifestyle. Make sure that's in alignment. When two romantic partners, let me go again. It's the fourth essential, should be number one, but it's the fourth essential is a shared lifestyle alignment. When two romantic partners value health similarly, harmony increases. The same applies to families creating healthy routines and friends who encourage positive habits, right?
Yes.
Share.
You know, I had that whole life about alignment on Daily Dose of D again. So y'all know y'all can go get that information to talk about alignment. So this fifth essential is support systems. No one thrives alone. Healthy living includes community, friends, encourage growth, family reinforces resilience, and romantic partners become accountability partners. Good health in relationships creates patience, joy, deeper intimacy, emotional safety, and long-term sustainability. Bad health, whether ignored or untreated, can create tension, distance, instability, emotional exhaustion, and even separation.
What was that last one?
And even separation.
Would have her say it again, but no.
And even separation. So we're going to take a quick break right here. A pause for the cause. And y'all seen that Holistic Royalty by Kellz, her commercial. Y'all make sure you tune in to her. She had Monday meditation. This Friday is meditation and bed yoga. Certified yoga instructor, soon to be certified nutritionist. So this is why this is important. We got you covered. Okay.
All the way around from the mental health to the physical health to the eating. Let's go, y'all. All right.
We'll be right back after this message.
And the tea is ready for tasting. Cheers to homemade wellness.
Cheers. That's soothing.
Perfectly balanced, just like I planned.
This would be great for a calm evening.
I will brew a full pot after dinner.
Thanks for this tincture. Just a drop of this.
The recipe down so we don't forget.
Good idea. This should be our signature blend.
Herbs shimmer in that jar.
Look at those labels all lined up. They
Tan
look so
and deep
official.
green is such a royal combo. Holistic Royalty by Kellz has a nice ring to
It
it.
really does. I can already picture them on a market table.
Soon. For now, let's toast to first. Comforting, right? Like a hug in a cup.
Exactly. Let's write down the ratio before we forget.
Already on it.
Our tinctures are crafted in small batches so you get the freshest, most confident herbs every time. And I'm thrilled to share that I'm not doing this alone. Standing with you through private classes, it is perfect for locking in moisture all day long. Whether you're new to natural wellness or adding to your ritual, we've got something here for you.
Soft light, evening glow. She met us and she let the magic flow.
Hey, Queen Kellz, do you want to give them a hint?
A gentle star, wanted but a woman.
Blended. No yet. We are still working on the surprise. So.
Welcome back, family. Welcome back. We're about to wrap this up so we can get to the Q&A because we really want to talk about that. But did you see that Shamaki Essentials and Holistic Royalty by Kellz, you can check out those products that they already have. The secret is not out yet. I know what the secret is.
And we can't tell you.
Yeah. But there is products over there to help with your health.
Everything.
Physical, mental, spiritual. It can help you with all of those things. So
inside and out.
make sure you check the website out. It was scrolling and we're going to drop that in the chat. It should be in the chat as well. Go ahead and check this out. And these are all natural products.
Right. Know what you're putting into your body or on your body.
Facts. So when health quietly reshapes every ship in your life, what people often misunderstood about health is that it doesn't announce itself loudly at first. It's actually quite quiet. It whispers. It shows up as subtle exhaustion in a short temper and not wanting to go out and snapping at your partner over something small, in withdrawing from family dinners, and slowly, without anyone realizing it, our dynamic begins to shift.
Oh, that physical and mental health do not exist in isolation. Again, they are relational currencies. So remember, when someone is physically drained, they may not have the stamina to nurture friendships in the way that they once did. And a friend who used to be spontaneous and lively may become a little bit more reserved or a little bit more reserved or distant because of the chronic pain or fatigue is taking its toll. The other friends may interpret this shift as being disinterested, which is not the case. And that is where misunderstandings are born. This comes from lack of love. This is not from lack of love or saying that they don't love you, but it comes from lack of being aware of the current situation.
Right. And in families, health becomes even more layered. So when a family member is struggling mentally, whereas it's anxiety, depression, burnout, or unresolved trauma, the entire emotional climate of the home shifts. Conversations become very cautious. You're like, I don't know if I should say that. Tension fills the air, and roles quietly rearrange themselves. A sibling may step up emotionally. A parent may feel guilt. A child may internalize responsibility. Health struggles don't just affect the persons carrying them, they ripple through the entire bloodline dynamic.
That is so true. Romance is often where health is most exposed. When someone is battling stress, insecurities, physical illness, their partner feels it in one tone of the conversation, in the levels of affection, in the frequency of their connection. Intimacy may decline. Patience may wear thin. And if the couple has not built a strong foundation of communication and compassion, this is where the assumption begins to grow.
Yeah. And sometimes what looks like you don't care about me anymore is really I am overwhelmed and unwell. That hits differently. Health affects how we, argue. When someone is mentally well, they can process conflict without exploding or shutting down. But when stress hormones are high and sleep is low, arguments escalate faster. In friendships, that may mean cutting someone off instead of talking it through. In family relationships, it may mean long-standing grudges. In romantic partners, it may mean cycles of emotional disconnection.
The bomb needed to be dropped off through this. Now, especially in chronic illness or mental condition, can test the depth of every bond. When someone receives a diagnosis, whether it is physical or psychological, it doesn't just change their life. It changes how others interact with them.
Mhm.
Some friends may become distant because they feel uncomfortable. Some family members may overcompensate and become overprotective. Romantic partners may feel fear about the future, financial strain, or emotional burnout. But here's the deeper layer they explore. Illness can also reveal the strongest love.
Yes. It can reveal the strongest love. And in friendships, illness can create vulnerability that deepens trust. When a friend shows up consistently during hospital visits or depressive episodes, that bond starts to build and transform. It becomes sacred. In families, illnesses can bring reconciliation. Old arguments feel small in the face of mortality or fragility. People begin to prioritize presence over pride. Presence over pride. I like that.
Mhm.
In romance, illness can either fracture the relationship or solidify it. Couples who approach health challenges as a shared journey often develop a profound emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy.
Mm.
They learn each other's fears, they learn patience, and they learn to communicate needs without shame.
If that was only the case,
It can be.
it should. In other news, on one of the most important aspects of health, living in relationships is a shared responsibility. It is not a codependency, but partnership. Encouraging therapy, encouraging doctor's visits, encouraging rest, encourage healthy eating habits, encouraging space. Health does not ignore warning signs, it pays attention to them. Anxiety may cause more to assume betrayal where there is none. Depression can cause someone to feel unloved even when love is present. And trauma can cause someone to push away the very person that is trying to support them. So understand, without this awareness in relationships, the fighting begins instead of solving the root cause. So they talk about resentment too, right? Caregiving fatigue is real. When one person is consistently unwell and the others become the consistent support system, there's an imbalance there that can form. That's why communication matters. That's why therapy also matters. That's why self-care is not, and I repeat, self-care when you're caring for others is not selfish. It is stabilizing. Then comes the turning point of the extended scene.
So that self-care isn't selfish, it's stabilizing. I like that.
Yes.
So, excuse me. Good health is not perfection, that's for sure. It's an effort. It's awareness, as we spoke of. It's accountability. It's saying, I'm not okay, but I'm working on it. That changes everything in relationships. Friendships, the family dynamics should shift, and that softens the romantic tension. I am not okay, but I am working on it.
That is all that I needed to hear And then that's great. But the real question isn't how health affects your relationship. The real question is, are you brave enough to admit when our health is impacting the people that we love? Because it does. Our exhaustion affects your tone. Your stress affects your patience. Your anxiety affects your trust. And last but not least, your physical pain affects your presence.
And your healing, your healing affects everyone too. When you choose wellness, you choose stronger friendships. When you choose that therapy, you choose healthy family dynamics. And when you choose to actually sit your butt down and rest, you choose better intimacy. When you choose honesty about your mental state, you choose relational safety. Health is not just about living longer, it's about living better.
Okay.
And that is what keeps every ship afloat. All right, y'all. Take care of yourself so you can take care of each other. We love you guys so much, so we want to see you right back here because we're going to go ahead. You know, we usually go a little longer, but we going to save this for the Q&A.
We have to.
We're going to save it for the Q&A because this is really a personal, very, very personal subject for both of us.
Yeah.
We have personally, we have family.
Yes, we've had romantic.
I have had friends. Yep,
Friends.
romance. We're going to talk about so much stuff. Like this is. Please join us at the Q&A. We want you to come and join us and have this deep conversation about health in all relationships.
Baby, come back.
That's all I was waiting for. So we will see you right back here at 8:30. And we're going to have this beautiful Q&A. Be ready to hit the panel and come have a discussion.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
She just glows, draws you in like midnight gold. A sip of her truth and you'll unfold. Goddessdee got soul control. Hey, this is grown folks medicine. Don't play unless you're ready to swim. Deep, real deep. A daily dose of tea. She speaks love fluently. Red wine wisdom with a side of clarity. Come through for your blessing. Daily dose of tea. This ain't lust, it's legacy. Touch your heart, shift your frequency. In the love palace where soul ships realign. Let love dock right here. She don't chase, she attracts. She don't beg, she reflects back. So if you're here, you align.
Now we lift ships up, never tear them down. Yeah, we building, not breaking. Say that. Beam out. You don't gotta shrink in here. Your story got weight. So bring every ship. Let it dock. Let it be seen. Let it be set free. You're safe now. Welcome home.
Georgia, 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 Georgia.